You don't need enemies when your own mouth is working against you. Right now, someone is using your own words to destroy you. They're sitting in a room plotting your downfall with sentences you uttered months ago. That joke you cracked, it's now evidence stacked against you. That secret you confided, it's leverage locked in their grip. That fleeting moment of vulnerability, it's their clear route to victory. You think your words vanish into the void. You believe people let what you say fade away. You assume your conversations remain harmless. This is the deadliest illusion of our time. Every towering figure has crashed because of words they desperately wish to erase. Every empire has collapsed because someone spoke too freely. Every bond has shattered because trust was betrayed by reckless tongues. The ancient masters grasped a truth we've buried. Your mouth is your deadliest adversary. It spills your secrets, lays bare your flaws, and delivers your enemies the precise weapons needed to crush you. Niccolo Machiavelli devoted his existence to dissecting power, and he uncovered the supreme reality. Those who master their words master their fate. Those who fail become casualties of their own utterances. In the next few minutes, you'll uncover 10 psychological snares that transform your mouth into your own executioner. These scenarios strike everyone, but only the astute spot them before disaster strikes. Drop this affirmation in the comments if you're prepared to seize control. I speak only to triumph. Number 1. The rage revelation. Anger acts as truth serum. When rage seizes command, your brain deactivates its safeguards and your mouth turns into a confessional booth. Every buried grievance you've quietly endured, every hidden resentment you've guarded, every suppressed dark impulse you've restrained, they flood out like venom. The individual who ignited your fury isn't your adversary in that instant. They're your interrogator. They've unlocked the quickest method to pull your deepest truths into the open. While you're caught up feeling righteous in your outburst, they're meticulously gathering intelligence on your true nature behind the facade. Rage renders you predictable. Once someone identifies your triggers, they possess you. They can activate your fury at will to force revelations, provoke errors, or shatter your credibility. Your anger becomes their remote trigger. The gravest danger isn't the words themselves, it's who absorbs them. Your instant of rage becomes their everlasting archive of your character. Your brief lapse in control becomes their enduring proof against you. Machiavelli once declared, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." Command begins with commanding yourself. If you cannot restrain your own mouth in fury, you'll never command anything of true worth. Your rage isn't noble, it's frailty disguised as strength. The powerful experience anger, yet never display it. They handle fury in solitude and reply with calculated precision. They recognize that today's emotional eruption becomes tomorrow's weapon in enemy hands. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My anger serves me. Number 2. The victory parade. Success intoxicates more fiercely than any liquor. When you're dominating, your ego craves acknowledgement. You demand applause for your brilliance. You hunger for credit for your cunning. You require everyone to witness your cleverness. This craving for validation ruins more victors than defeat ever could. Every breakdown of your triumph is a lesson plan for your rivals. Every disclosure of your approach is a guidebook for those plotting your defeat. Every fragment you reveal about your tactics becomes a schematic for your successor. The thirst for praise ensnares even the sharpest intellects. They cannot resist detailing their genius. They cannot remain mute about their wins. They shift from enigmatic conquerors to transparent failures with every syllable they utter. Your rivals aren't cheering your rise. They're dissecting it. They're not awed by your feats. They're deconstructing them. They're not your admirers. They're your impending opposition, now equipped with your own playbook. Machiavelli once observed, "A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests." Sharing your success narrative feels like honoring those who backed you, but it opposes your interest to school your adversaries. Your allegiance belongs to your forthcoming triumphs, not to satisfying past supporters' curiosity. True masters rejoice inwardly and speak outwardly only when silence would breed greater issues than disclosure. They grasp that enigma sustains power, while explanation dismantles it. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. Victory speaks silently. Number 3, the liquid confession. Alcohol doesn't invent fresh ideas, it dismantles the barriers concealing perilous thoughts. Each sip erodes your mental fortifications. Each glass drops your shields. Each bottle converts you into an intelligence source for anyone cunning enough to remain sober. The most precious secrets are harvested not by force, but by wine. People confess their infidelities, expose their plans, admit their terrors, and unveil their schemes when inhibitions melt away. What demands years of careful observation can be uncovered in one intoxicated night. Expert manipulators excel at liquid interrogation. They craft relaxed settings, supply unlimited drinks, and pose seemingly casual questions while their targets grow increasingly verbose. They retain every detail while you erase them. Your drunken admissions become sober repercussions. That slip about your marital issues becomes proof in court battles. That disclosure of business troubles becomes data for competitors. That instant of candor becomes lifelong remorse. Machiavelli once stated, "Therefore, a prince, so long as he keeps his subjects united and loyal, ought not to min the reproach of cruelty." Be cruel to your own urges when alcohol circulates. Your fleeting urge to bond and confess will inflict permanent harm on your standing. The brief thrill of sharing secrets becomes the enduring agony of exposure. Intelligent individuals drink with purpose or abstain entirely. They comprehend that in an era of constant recording devices, every slurred word can turn into evidence. They select clarity over camaraderie when the stakes are real. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Clarity is my power. Number 4, the breaking point. Pressure exposes character, and most discover they possess far less than imagined. When tension escalates, deadlines loom, and demands intensify, the polished veneer cracks. What surfaces is frequently repulsive, fragile, and entirely exploitable by those versed in human nature. Stress breeds desperation, and desperation breeds confession. Under duress, people admit their inadequacies, disclose their struggles, and confess their failures. They believe they're seeking aid, but they're supplying enemies with targeting data. The most perilous stress confessions occur with those nearest to you. You confide work hardships to family, relationship woes to friends, and shortcomings to colleagues. Each admission crafts a vulnerability ripe for later weaponization. Your breaking point isn't authenticity, it's exploitation. While you're desperate to ease the strain, others are intent on intensifying it. Your stress becomes their win. Dow to harvest information, secure advantage, or maneuver for your collapse. Machiavelli once remarked, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." When you fracture under pressure, you inspire neither fear nor love. You inspire disdain. People lose esteem for those who crumble unprofessionally under stress. Your instant of frailty becomes their fixed judgment of your capacity. Pressure isn't your foe. Your reaction to pressure is. Master your reaction and pressure transforms into a mechanism for removing frail competitors who expose themselves in crisis. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Pressure builds diamonds. Number 5, the sympathy extraction. Skilled manipulators avoid direct assaults. They project fragility. They recount meticulously crafted tales of hardship, disclose calculated flaws, and position you as their rescuer. While you're occupied feeling vital and needed, they're extracting every valuable piece of knowledge you hold. The sympathy snare succeeds because it flips the power balance. Instead of sensing danger, you feel protective. Instead of safeguarding secrets, you share them to assist. Instead of preserving distance, you forge intimacy primed for future exploitation. Authentic vulnerability is scarce and chaotic. Staged vulnerability is refined and deliberate. Learn to separate true distress from tactical performance. The individual delivering the flawless tearjerker is frequently the room's most lethal predator. Your empathy becomes their strategic edge. Every secret you offer to aid them becomes intelligence deployed against you. Every flaw you expose in solidarity becomes future ammunition. Machiavelli once noted, "Men are so simple of mind and so much dominated by their immediate needs that a deceitful person will always find plenty who are ready to be deceived." Your instant impulse to assist and connect renders you susceptible to trickery. While you're busy being virtuous, they're busy succeeding as manipulators. Your generosity becomes their blade. True strength aids without unveiling vulnerabilities. It supports without disclosing secrets. It displays compassion without displaying weakness. Master this equilibrium or fall prey to those who've already mastered you. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I help without revealing. Number 6. The information exchange. Social circles run on information as currency. Every secret traded, every view disclosed, every trust violated carries value in the social exchange. When you engage in gossip, you're not merely filling silence, you're bartering intelligence. And most are abysmal traders. The gossip market follows basic laws. Information ascends to power, betrayal descends to weakness. The individual who amasses secrets without distributing them gathers strength. The one who distributes secrets without gathering them becomes powerless. Every workplace, every friend circle, every community harbors information brokers. They seem engaged, reliable, and linked. But they're conducting intelligence operations where your secrets are merchandise, and your trust is the entry fee. The most lethal element of gossip isn't what you say about others, it's what it exposes about you. Every secret you share demonstrates your untrustworthiness. Every confidence you violate broadcasts your unreliability. Every rumor you spread becomes proof of your nature. Machiavelli once observed, "The way men live is so far removed from the way they ought to live that anyone who abandons what is for what should be pursues his downfall rather than his preservation." View gossip as harmless bonding. Reality is intelligence warfare where your secrets trade like goods. While you chase what ought to be, others exploit what is, a marketplace for secrets. Master the information economy by becoming a collector, not a distributor. Absorb everything, contribute nothing of substance, and observe as others demolish themselves with loose tongues. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Secrets flow to me. Number 7. The authority trap. When power confronts you unjustly, every instinct demands justice. You yearn to defend yourself, validate your value, and showcase your competence. This instinct is a snare that ruins careers, bonds, and reputations. Authority doesn't seek your justifications, it seeks your compliance. Most challenges from superiors are disguised tests. They're engineered to reveal if you withstand pressure, absorb critique, and serve professionalism under assault. When you reply emotionally, you fail the examination and validate their view of your limits. The fairness you demand doesn't exist in hierarchies. The respect you anticipate must be earned via outcomes, not claimed via debates. The comprehension you pursue will never arise from confronting those controlling your future. Your defense becomes your indictment. Every word spoken to excuse yourself becomes evidence of refusing accountability. Every argument you advance proves you lack the discernment to see when silence benefits more than speech. Machiavelli once declared, "Politics have no relation to morals. Your moral fury over unfairness is irrelevant to triumph. Power follows separate laws from justice. Your decision is clear: adapt to these laws or become their casualty." Wise individuals meet authority challenges with calculated submission followed by outstanding execution. They demonstrate value through results, not rhetoric. They recognize that today's unjust critique can turn into tomorrow's opening if managed properly. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Results prove everything. Number 8. The revenge revelation. When bonds end in treachery, you hold nuclear intelligence, their secrets, fears, failures, weaknesses. The urge to deploy this feels like justice, but revenge via disclosure is self-annihilation that harms you more than your target. Every relationship is a reciprocal intelligence swap. You know their soft spots and I know yours. When you begin exposing their secrets, you're not merely striking them, you're signaling that you weaponize private knowledge. Future partners, employers, and allies observe how you manage endings. They're assessing if you can be trusted with sensitive data. Your vengeance becomes their alert about your character. The most ruinous part of revenge revelation isn't the immediate harm to your target, it's the permanent demolition of your reputation. Everyone learns you're prepared to betray confidences when wounded. Your credibility evaporates. Machiavelli once advised, severities should be dealt out all at once, so that their suddenness may give less offense. Benefits ought to be handed out drop by drop, so that they may be relished the more. If revenge is necessary, pursue it through untraceable actions. Preserve your reputation for discretion while settling accounts otherwise. Your silence safeguards your power for future conflicts. Elite power players handle betrayal with calculated silence. They retain secrets as future leverage rather than expending them for instant gratification. They understand preserved secrets outweigh revealed ones. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. Silence is my revenge. Number 9. The competence theater. When inadequacy or doubt creeps in, your mouth compensates by staging confidence, expertise, and significance. This overcompensation is psychological performance that deceives no one and exposes everything. Why? Our drive to prove yourself becomes evidence of your inadequacy. Insecurity breeds verbal panic. You name drop to appear connected, over-explain to seem informed, and interrupt to seem essential. Each action broadcasts the reverse of your intent. Your act becomes others' amusement. Authentic competence requires no promotion. True expertise needs no justification. Real confidence seeks no validation. When you perpetually perform these traits verbally, you prove their absence in substance. The most hazardous element of competence theater is its predictability. People identify the exact triggers for your need to prove yourself. They learn to manipulate you into disclosures, bad choices, or self-sabotage. Machiavelli once stated, "Never was anything great achieved without danger. The danger of seeming incompetent overwhelms when insecure. But the greater peril is proving incompetence through frantic overcompensation. Your fear of appearing weak renders you genuinely weak." Master performers allow their work to forge their reputation rather than constructing it through endless self-advertisement. They're at ease with delayed recognition because they're secure in demonstrating value when required. Number 10. The promise prison. When pressure, demands, or expectations exceed current ability, your mouth issues checks your reality cannot honor. Promises feel like fixes because they resolve immediate crises without demanding immediate capacity. But every promise creates debt that occur. U.S. interest. Promise-making is the tongue of the desperate. It's what people resort to when lacking present answers for present dilemmas. Instead of confronting reality, they craft illusory futures that never arrive. Instead of generating real value, they generate false expectations. The psychology of promises seduces because they cost nothing immediately. You can vow change, improvement, delivery, or performance without upfront effort. Payment arrives later when credibility crumbles and trust fractures. Every unmet promise becomes proof against your dependability. Every shattered commitment proves your word is empty. Every failed assurance shows you favor short-term relief over lasting reputation. Machiavelli once remarked, "He who builds on the people builds on the mud." Promises rest on hope as unstable as mud. People want to trust your commitments because it eases their burdens too. But when promises collapse, both architect and base fall together. Strategic operators issue fewer promises and surpass expectations, rather than issuing grand vows they cannot fulfill. They underpromise and overdeliver, constructing reputations of reliability over rhetoric. Your mouth has betrayed you your entire existence, and you likely never noticed. Every dialogue is a potential minefield, where one errant word can obliterate years of meticulous positioning. Every social exchange is a chess match, where your words are either calculated advances or lethal mistakes. The 10 scenarios we've dissected aren't uncommon occurrences. They're routine events unfolding around you this very moment. The distinction between victims and victors isn't intellect or chance. It's grasping that words carry consequences and silence wields power. Machiavelli comprehended what most never absorb. The game of existence is won not by those who voice every thought, but by those who govern their thoughts before voicing them. Every word you release either fortifies your position or undermines it. Every silence either shields you or forfeits an advantage. In a world where everything is captured, recalled, and potentially turned against you, your verbal discipline emerges as your supreme skill. Your capacity to communicate strategically rather than emotionally decides whether you steer your destiny or fall victim to your own voice. History's most triumphant figures weren't the most verbose. They were the most deliberate. They spoke when words could construct and remained silent when words could demolish. They understood that in the ultimate contest of power and influence, your mouth can be your greatest ally or your gravest threat. The choice rests with you. Will you persist allowing your mouth to undermine your success? Or will you master the ancient discipline of strategic communication? Will you keep supplying enemies intelligence through careless exchanges? Or will you align with those who realize true power whispers while weakness roars? Your words will either erect your empire or furnace the instruments others employ to raise it. The decision you confront right now will chart which course your life pursues. Remember, in a world overflowing with those unable to tame their tongues, the one who masters their mouth masters their destiny. If this awakening illuminated how your own words have been wielded against you, subscribe now for deeper revelations into the shadowy psychology of power and manipulation. Your future self will be grateful for absorbing these truths before catastrophe arrives.